The Enneagram test. So when you go in here and you take this, it's got all 9 types, yada, yada, yada. This is the one that I took when my sister did it. So I know, okay, girl, that's the part that I struggle with. But here, so if you go to this and take this test, I don't think this is the official one, but it might be like close. Honestly grade each statement. Yes for yes, this is really me. AD, partly for this is partly how I am. And no for this is probably not how I am. Notice how there's no definitive no there, which is kind of nice. You don't know whether it applies. It's usually best to check no. Okay. Success, prestige, and recognition really matter to me. I mean, prestige maybe not so much. Recognition, I think, matters to me. Success is certainly important, but success how I define it. So I would probably say yes to this. I'm more sensitive than most people. Sometimes the world just seems too harsh. See, okay, so here's one of the... Okay, so now I just told you guys that I like this, the one the best, and I'm going to like shit all over it while I'm taking it. You can't put a two-parter in this, because what happens if I agree with one part of the statement and I don't agree with the other one? I'm more sensitive than most people. First of all, how am I supposed to know that? That's completely in my perception. Sometimes the world just seems too harsh. So is this suggesting sensitivity in the sense of like, am I susceptible to harshness? Annoying question, okay? Because I don't think the world seems too harsh. It is what it is. I'm more sensitive than most people. I don't know. It depends on how you define it. So I'm just going to say like partly. I guess if you don't know whether it applies, it's usually best to check no. We're going to go with no. I want to win the approval of those in authority, sometimes even when I don't really like them. No. No, not at all. I don't... Authority doesn't generally do it for me. I appreciate authority, but I don't need approval from authority figures. I love to take care of people, and I'm good at it. I would say yes to that one. I tend to trust most people. I would say that is pretty true. I tend to trust people. I plan the next adventure before the current one is finished. I don't know. I mean... I'm always thinking adventure. No, I mean, I'm pretty present when I'm in an adventure. But what the hell is adventure? This is what... I'm too strict with myself and others. No, I don't think so. I don't get depressed easily, if at all. I don't get depressed easily, if at all. I would suppose that that's true. Because, I mean, depression is not something I ever have really struggled with. I struggled with it at one point in my life, my freshman year of college. But that was like a long accumulation of events. I don't tend to get super... Yeah, I'm doing Enneagram, Space Cat. Having some fun. I often refrain from acting as I'm afraid of being overwhelmed. That is not true at all for me. It takes a lot for me to get overwhelmed. These go pretty fast, though. I'm uncomfortable when people want an emotional response from me. That is, nope. I'm very comfortable when people want an emotional response from me. Because I tend to be somewhat emotional anyway. I'm in most close relationships, I give more than I take. No. Partly. I would say I tend to be a little bit more of a taker than I am a giver, to be completely honest. Which is good for me to know. I'm paired with a giver, so we always have to be careful with that. I am skeptical, suspicious, and doubtful in certain contexts. It's important to me that I be admired by others, and many people do admire me. See, this is... Okay. See, maybe I just really liked... Maybe I just really liked whatever description my sister read when she took it for me, because, like, or when I did it. Maybe I'd had a beer or two. Because, like, I'm looking at this now, and it's like, okay, it's important for me to be admired by others. And many people do admire me. One, like, these two things are not connected. Like, I could want to be admired. It could be important to me, but nobody could admire me. I don't know. I mean, I don't need admiration. That's not like the driving force. Like, I'm not like sitting here thinking like, oh, please shower me in admiration. Like, that's not my deal. And many people do. We're going to go with partly. I like recognition, I guess. I don't see much point in wallowing in negative emotions. When I begin to feel anxious, I tend to throw myself into distracting activities. All right, we're out. This is not useful. Wallowing, not great. Hanging out with negative emotions. First of all, emotions are just what they are. When I begin to feel anxious, I tend to throw myself into distracting activities. No, I mean, I appreciate emotions for what they are, and I don't think they're negative. So I'm going to go with no. I'm pretty domineering. Yeah. I mean, I tend to take a leadership role, and I tend to want to blaze my own trail. I'm not a very good follower. I got to be honest. You got to be real when you answer these. It's hard for me to put my feelings aside, even to get a job done. I mean, I sit with my feelings and I attend to them, even as I get a job done. It's hard for me to put my feelings aside. No, I mean, I can put it aside if I need to, or I can acknowledge them. I don't even know. I'm going to skip that one. We're going to go with no. I could probably use a little more ambition. Couldn't we all? I don't know. Like, no. I could probably, no. I mean, I got ambition. I probably need to be brought to the earth more so than needing more ambition. I'm always aware of what needs to be corrected. It depends. Partly. Oh my good Lord. I'm more organized than most. Who is most? How am I supposed to know that? I don't know. Maybe I am. In my own life, relative to other people, I mean, I'd say I'm decently, or I'm organized, but in a chaotic way. Jeez. I don't know. Partly. I'm just going to straddle the line on that. Look at me getting progressively more agitated as I take this test. This is what therapists feel like when people come in and talk about these and ask if they're legit. All right. It's easy for me to accept other people and they see comfortable around me because I don't judge them. I would say that's true. Do you guys think that's true? Would you say that that's the case? You don't feel judged by me? I hope you don't feel judged by me. Personal relationships are by far the most important thing in my life. I would say that's probably by far, though. See, they throw in this stupid language that makes this harder because I don't know that I'd say like by far. It's certainly an important part of my life. Probably the most important thing, but I wouldn't say by far. Personal relationships are by far, partly, because they're not by far. Your happiness and your feelings are your responsibility, not mine. Ooh, what do you guys think? What do you guys think I'm going to say to this one? Huh? Your happiness and your feelings are your responsibility, not mine. Yes, we are responsible for our emotions. Well, you're responsible for the way you show up. You're responsible for the way you interact. But yes, of course. I mean, well, no, because I can make a person feel like shit if I say something shitty to them. So it's partly yours. You're responsible for your interactions, not for how you feel. Even though it is frequently irrational, I sometimes worry whether people are talking about me behind my back. I do not worry about that in the least. I don't mind taking a risk. I really like to beat the odds. Hell yeah. Well, no, I shouldn't go hell yeah on that. That's partly. I don't take a lot of risks IRL, and I'm super conservative with ethics. All right. I avoid expressing strong emotions. No, I'm fine expressing strong emotions, and you should be too. Emotions are cool. They just are. There is nothing inherently good or bad about certain emotions. They just are. I'm a true romantic. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I'm a true romantic. You know, like, yeah, I mean, I like partly, I guess. I don't know. For better or worse, I compare myself to others to assess how I'm doing. No. I honestly, I could very truly say this. Like, well, I mean, kind of. Like, obviously, I need a barometer to make sure that I'm doing okay. I'd say I do it for better, so we're going to go partly. Yeah, I know. I know. But just wait till you see what we've got on the other side of this. I am more loving than most people. Come on. I'm more loving. Maybe if nothing else, what I'm illustrating to you is like, this is partly like when like therapists kind of roll their eyes at stuff like this. And this is why. I'm more loving than most people. I don't know. Rules annoy me. That is true. Yes, I don't like rules. I'm highly individualistic. I can be, but I appreciate relationships a lot. I'm a good networker and I know how to make connections. Yes. I'm quite unobtrusive and easy to get along with. See, I feel like you guys would say yes, but I would say no. I mean, I can be kind of a pain in the ass. So we're going to go with partly. I'm more formal than most people. What do you say? More formal than most people? Are you kidding me? I'm easy to get. Oh, partly, I guess. I'm more formal than most people. No. While I'm very loyal myself, I frequently worry that others are not going to be loyal to me. No, I don't worry about abandonment. I want to observe and think without giving myself away before I go into action. Guys, I can't take this test anymore. We have 10 more pages of this crap after this.